if we build up some project in the studio, okay, so where we have to store that if our studio breakdowns, if like our system doesn't work, uh, so we have to store that while opening the studio. There is one Git connectivity, so we will store that into the repository. So if we have to access like anywhere from another system, so we can just directly go to the GitHub and we can access the code over there. But then please correct me if I am wrong.
Okay, so we can call it as a cloud.
Yeah.
It's cloud only. We share, we save our, save our data over there. So if you want to access from mobile or if you want to access from laptop or tab, we can access the code and view it. And the second thing is, see, we are creating this environment as a teamwork, right? So we all will be working on some project, and we all will be uploading that to one single repository. Okay, so so whenever we need it, we don't need to build the project from scratch. So we just take the code from the Git repository, and we work on it. Or if needed, we will modify it, and again we'll push it back to main repository. That is how this concept will be.
Okay, so this that like we can call it as a cloud where we can save our data.
Yep.
To not go like okay.
Yeah, it's a cloud repository only. It's a Git. It's an open source repo. Can store how much data we want.
And we can connect with many other also.
Okay.
Sorry?
Like we can connect with many other people also over here, so that if someone wants to, if you like a Facebook, if you want to share someone your code or something, you can directly share over there as well.
Same like Facebook group, I think. A few features of that. Admin will be having complete rights. Like
this is how it's look like. It's the first page of, if you download it for your desktop, or like if you are using a 32-bit over there, 64-bit, so it will look like this.
There are two things first here. See, if you want to just to download, GitHub account is enough. But if you want to download some project, you want to create your own project, or you want to do modification, again you want to upload to GitHub repository, that means central repository from where we all can access. No, in that case, definitely we need GitHub desktop application installed in our laptop, so that we can do modification and we can upload the code to that to our repository. Again, from our repository to main repository, we'll be having a tree node structure here. See, the main repository will be Vajrang's repository. Vajrang has provided the URL in the chat window. So that is a master copy, you can say. But whatever we do modification, that will be a local copy. When we need to move our local copy to master copy, of course we need admin's permission. So that Vajrang will be providing that. Vajrang will be providing that approval. So once he approves, then our code will be moving to the master repo. Concept is simple. One master copy, one local copy. If you want to work, we'll pull that data from master copy. We do work, and whenever we want to upload it back to master copy, we upload with admin approval. So for that, we need some applications like GitHub account, GitHub opening GitHub URL in any browser, and for uploading data, we need a GitHub desktop application installed. So these are the requirements. Yep. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Dheeraj, please go ahead, Dheeraj.
Siddha, I have one question here. Is there any limitation like how many number of users we can accommodate for one Git repository, like 100 people we can support, or is there any limitation like that?
Honestly, I'm not aware.
There is
We
no
talk
limit.
mention only.
Yeah, I was trying.
There
Can
is
you
no
please
limit.
answer? Is there any limitation?
No,
How
there is.
many users we can give access to GitHub at one instant of time?
No, there is no access, and GitHub is an open repository.
Okay.
And if you are purchasing private licenses, then again it will depend on the licenses, number of licenses that you purchase. Okay, but just a second.
Open source, anyone can, any number of users can.
Yes, because multiple people can join and work, right? Okay.
Within, can you please tell anyone to share, because I haven't used a GitHub. I haven't used a GitHub.
I'll guide you.
But
I'll guide you. Okay. So others, please keep yourselves in mute. Shivam, I have approved your commit git pull request. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay. Yep. Dheeraj, I have shared you a link in the chat.
where
Open that, please. So everyone, first download GitHub Desktop in your local machine, sign in, and then click on the code. On the right side, there is fork, right? Click on fork so that your private your repo will be created for your user ID. The same repo will be copied to your user ID. On the right side top, fork. So 40 members have already accessed this particular repo, and they have created their own code, and they're committing back to this particular repo. Okay. So the last push or the last pull was from Shivam, and Shivam was from this team. So Shivam is, I think Shivam has much knowledge on this. Let's see. Let's take with others as well. Okay. There is code option right on the green. Click on that. From here you can open to GitHub desktop, or else you can directly go to GitHub desktop in your machine. Yep. So here you can tell where to download that particular files, or where to locally store that particular files. If you are good with this, you can save it, or else if you want, you can also change it. For now, you can clone.
and what's the name of this clone?
Clone will take all the repo from website into your local machine.
I'm not able to see it.
Shankar, I didn't get you.
Yes, Arjun. I couldn't able to see this.
Shankar, I am not sure, but are we having same issue with others?
I think Shankar, you might be having network issue.
Yep. So try to log in, join in with your laptops only to complete Teams meetings. Don't use mobiles. Just try to log out and log in again, Shankar. Dheeraj, continue. Click on clone. Pallavi, have you completed the cloning process?
No,
You,
because
you
I
need,
don't have any idea about this. So because we didn't saw this topic right that day,
okay.
or I missed it. I
Might
don't
be.
know.
You might be. So this is for contribution to the parent project because you are adding. But Pallavi, I have seen your changes into the repo. So
Yeah,
Dheeraj, you can continue.
yeah, I was doing. Yeah, I was trying to do, and yeah, I did one pull request.
That's enough. So the code is available in your local machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, please do this. Hello, just a second. Everyone, please take the copy of the code and place it in your local machine, and then click on Show in Explorer. Okay, so these are the files that are done by your teammates, previous batch teammates, or this batch teammates. Okay, you can create your own folder and you can add your code in that folder alone. So Dheeraj, go ahead and add your folder here. Yeah. Okay, Pallavi, let's go with your code, your resume, Pallavi.
So,
You can share your screen.
So should I disconnect?
okay.
Yeah, you will be automatically disconnected, Dheeraj. That should be.
Okay.
So now, Pallavi, we are still waiting for you to share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm sharing my screen.
Um, can you open my folder, Bajrang?
Wait a second. Are you able to see my screen now?
Not yet.
No, not yet. It was came up for just a second and
It's
Now?
coming up.
yes,
Yep,
yes.
we can see.
Okay. So, in this is we are
Yeah,
talking about, right?
correct. Open
Bajrang?
Bajrang folder.
Okay.
There you have sample resumes.
Okay. Should I open this?
Yeah, please. Sample resumes, not everything.
Okay. Which one? All?
Okay. So just remember one thing. If you open anything from my folder, the problem
Okay.
that will happen is you will not be able to commit the code. The main reason being there will be a change that will be made. So don't copy or open directly from my folders or any others folders. Copy it to your folder and then open it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So here we have items. Open that. Oh, so open sample resumes. Okay. Copy all three in your folder: advanced, beginner, and intermediate. And also place your resume here, please. Okay. So today we'll try to complete the resume preparation. Main reason being, from today, just go ahead and apply for RPO jobs. Whatever jobs can come in and whatever interviews you can take it for the next 30 days. There is no limit, and don't wait and think that you may fail. Even if you fail, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and take it. Okay. So I'll guide you on how to crack the interview, and also I'll guide you how to complete the resume preparation and how to work with your resume so that even if you have very limited experience, you will be able to answer it at a best level so that interviewer um, will will try to take you up into the job. Okay, Pallavi, go ahead and
Okay.
open that, please.
So
Open
I
your
need.
resume.
Wait a second. I have to come. Yeah.
Open the resume, please. So beginner is from 0 to 1 years, intermediate is from 2 to 4, and more than 4 if you want, keep it as a advanced template. Okay, can you
Okay.
maximize it? Okay, so you're having 6 plus, you're showing that you have 3 plus years. Okay, you can open intermediate resume. Can you please raise the hand how many of you are currently working with UiPath or working in UiPath? There will be a hand raise option. Please raise the hand. Rohan is working. Lakshmi Pati is working. Okay. So Rohan, what are you currently working on? Yeah, Rohan, tell me.
Currently, I'm working on
Okay, UiPath as a okay, UiPath developer. Okay, fine. So people who are already working, guide the team as well. Just communicate so that that will also help you out in future. Okay, you Surabhi, Lakshmi Pati. Okay, okay. So
I was working earlier on UiPath, but I was on maternity, so
that's
now I'm trying to get back.
that's fine, Glory. You'll get back. Okay. So whenever there is a resume prepared, there are few specific topics or few things that normally recruiters will see. What is their current previous experience? What is their projects and what are their certifications? These are important. So, Pallavi, do you have these in your resume?
Yeah.
Can you please show us?
I put a lot of things in my resume.
Exactly. So all those things are not required. Scroll down, please. Professional summary. Okay. Okay. So you can keep the latest one. And there are many spelling mistakes in your resume, if I'm not wrong. Bachelor spelling is wrong. And you can keep only the latest degree that you have completed. No need to add high school and all in your resume.
Okay. Yeah. Should I delete this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Since we are applying for RPA positions, your RPA tools should be on the top, not at the bottom. Okay? Any kind of tool. So along with UiPath, we are also working with UiPath Studio, UiPath Orchestrator, and all. Can you open the previous intermediate resume, please? Check with the skills.
Yeah, Vajran, if you are okay, we'll create one resume with intermediate level.
Yeah, yeah, we can create, of course.
Yeah, end to end.
That I seriously don't suggest because each and everyone have their own skill set, and I don't want every resume to be unique or alike. I want every resume to be unique. So follow few things that should be enough. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Also open the intermediate expert level resume, please.
Yes, so I need to add one thing. If anyone from the US, I can help bit about more in the resume how to build up all these things because I have been working with the staffing industry. So I already know that how to build up the resume for the US people, not over in India. If someone from the US, I can really help with that.
Yeah. So there is a specific format like complete
Yeah,
activities or complete tasks should be written on the top, something like that, right?
yeah. How's the format? Because
Mm,
everyone, if you go for any company like for IBM, Capgemini, and all those things,
yeah.
they will if you send your resume in any format. They will definitely like do in their format. The Calibri revenue they use, your font should be in a 12 over there. And education should not be in the down of the resume. It will be on the after the your like your skill set on the before your experience.
Correct.
So it is like a format, mandatory format, which is required in the US over there.
Okay, do one thing, Dheeraj. Um, in our teams,
Dheeraj, please share your email ID so that we'll connect with you.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Yeah, we give suggestion in resume. So
Yeah, I already know about all the W2 call to go and all this thing over work.
so what I suggest
yeah,
is instead of doing it privately, do it in the team itself. Like you can connect to him over Teams in the same channel later after this call or anything, and then you can communicate. If you want, you can record it as well. Okay, but I seriously suggest you
Yeah,
to create a particular format, like whatever you have said. First, there should be skill set, then there should be Calibri font and 12, whatever it is. Can you, if you can create it as a Word document, and if you can add it to the files, you have the files access as well. So that we can check it.
And
Dheeraj.
please don't add the year which you have completed your bachelor's also. Just put your master's degree and a bachelor's degree. Let the
Exactly.
recruiter wants to ask you that in which year you have completed it. It will be a one question, in which year you completed your bachelor's. Let the recruiter ask you. Don't need to add
so
anything, your percentage or anything.
should I,
Your percentage.
okay, so should I remove this year from here?
Yes.
Yeah, percentage with an aggregate and percentage with an aggregate.
I didn't put my percentage here.
So I have seen over the top you have written 71%.
No, here
Okay.
I
That's
didn't
not your
put
resume.
any percentage here.
That's not your resume. So let's continue.
Okay,
Okay. Bachelor spelling is
so
wrong.
this is the
Please
advanced.
don't make those mistakes. Silly mistakes. BSc
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Give me the access, please. Okay. So don't join in using your browser Teams because if you use your browser Teams, we will not be able to access. Use your Teams in your desktop. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure. Next time, from next session, I will do it.
Sure.
What's wrong? In Teams, I'm able to see hyperactive. I'm not able to see that happy 30 days routine.
If you have registered, then I will give you access today in the last 5 minutes. Okay.
So,
Okay. And the languages and database is what we need to learn for sure. So the platform and IDE are the tools like UiPath Orchestrator. Only keep the tools that you are learning and you know. Don't keep Blue Prism or Automation Anywhere if you don't know it.
okay,
Okay. You can copy them and
yeah.
paste them in your in the resume. So here I'm just trying to give you an overview on the existing resumes and how you can add it for yourself. Okay. And projects. So whatever projects you have kept, can you please scroll down?
Yeah. Main problem I'm having is in project. So what?
You're not able to explain the projects.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay,
What
got
should I put resume or
it. Okay.
what not?
See, I'll tell you with my experience, I'll tell you. Any project can be explained in any way in RPA. Just remember that.
Okay.
Okay. We
Okay.
can place any bullshit project, but we can seriously explain it at a very good level, and we can make sure that uh, recruiter accepts that particular project. Let's try
Okay.
how we can explain this project of yours. Okay, you're saying that you're not able to explain this project one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's read it through. Fiber testing link process mainly. Yes. Just a second. Someone is
yeah.
having
One
an.
second, please. Who are not speaking, please don't,
Yeah, yeah.
because we are getting echo.
Okay, correct. I'm muting everyone. If you want, you can unmute and talk. Okay. So fiber testing link process mainly is having 5 applications in Cybele. We will enter SR number and it will fetch, retrieve all the details from customer. in different applications, takes screenshot of all the details in all the applications, attaches to SR and puts in cyber application. Okay, so this can be written something like this. Let me just notepad. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once you're able to see it. Okay, so the main agenda of the resume is to showcase what is your skill rather than what is your project. Okay, so sometimes projects become necessary in case of healthcare and banking industry. If you have some banking industry project or if you have some healthcare project, then it will be beneficial for you. But as I'm saying, any kind of project has only few things. One, reading data. Two, manipulating data. Three, writing data. Writing data. And last one, fourth one, or you can also take the third one as a fourth, reporting transactions, reporting work done. Okay, so any project will be done only in these four particular scenarios or four modules, that's for sure. So how to write your projects? Okay, so there is cyber application is what Pallavi have shown. So how to exactly take that particular project and write? There are five applications she is mentioning. So instead of mentioning it as five applications, this is mainly into automation. So we need to write something based on the automation. Uh, Project consists of, or project is a complete unautomated or unattended process. Um, which consists of desktop and web application or web and API integration. We will receive data will be fetched making API calls, and those details are validated with a desktop application with data available, and if data is correct, then add it in web application and generate a report and generate report of for complete execution and send it to respective stakeholders. Okay, so this is very generic way of writing a project. Okay, here instead of desktop application, you can write your application name. And here in the web application, you can mention web application name. Okay, and report generation, we will be using um, either a CSV or Excel or SQL to store our reports. Now, please take this and I'm pasting that in the chat, or also file save as I'll save it in my repo. Just a second. Okay, I've saved this in my repo, so you will be able to see and access. Why am I doing that? Because everyone will have a single access without need to worrying about where the file is available. I will also do one more thing. So here is the generic project template. I'll just okay. Now, Pallavi, please share your screen again. Okay, please unmute and talk.
Yeah. So
Okay, now if you observe carefully, all your projects will be in the same format. Just check that. You're fetching the data from a different application, validating it,
mm,
and then adding it to a separate application. Okay, you just added some extra junk that's not required according to an interviewer, but that's fine sometimes to fill in the resume. Now let's see with the second project, heart first building information extraction. So here again, you are only extracting the information and you are storing it to somewhere or in Excel. Okay. Robotic automation bot automates process of building report extraction names and validation process. Pre-implementation of RPA bot, business process teams to log in, billing system portal, web application, and extracts the report for all invoices, names, and member ID requests by applying business logics and filter to get periodic data from the portal and paste it into Excel. So how many applications are you automating? You are automating a web-based application and downloading a report in the form of PDF and generating the file, finally adding some business logics and adding it to an Excel. Okay, process analyst assigns task to process developer and extract and validate, which involves a long processing time to perform task, acknowledge back to the process analyst. Okay, so here instead of writing all the process analyst part, you can stick on to what exactly the automation is.
Hello. Yeah, Vajra.
Pallavi, can't you hear me?
Yeah, it says hold on. Maybe it's maybe it's for network issue.
Okay, please share your screen again. Please share your resume again. So how many of you have created the resumes? Can you please raise your hand?
I am already sharing my screen, Vajra.
Share your resume, please. Yeah. I think there is a delay. Only Dheeraj, Vijaya. Okay. Others, Akash, Balaji. Balaji Shinde, you are joining in twice. So I am removing a guest from the meeting. So from tomorrow, I will not allow any guests. So you need to register and then join. If you are not registering in the Teams, you cannot join the meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So
Yes.
open that, please. Open your resume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to?
Yes. So no, stick on to the process on what you're automating and leave the items like process analyst assigns task to process developer. So leave that complete task. Okay.
Okay.
Just stick on to what the automation is about. And here responsibilities is fine. This is okay. And you also need to mention technologies UiPath, along with UiPath, what kind of automations, like which kind of version are you using? So, do you know how you need to mention everyone? This question is for everyone. Do you know how to mention UiPath uh, version in your resume? Which version of UiPath are you using? How to answer this?
I think stable.
Dheeraj, you're talking something?
2021.10.3 is the latest that version which we are using right now.
That okay? That is on the latest version, right?
Right. But most of the companies, I don't know, in the interview, they are saying that we are only working on 2020, not the 2021.
Okay, great. Fine. So please see that there is a versioning system that UiPath uses, and right now all the enterprises are currently using, most of them are using 2020, and they are migrating to 2021. Okay, so if you want to place UiPath version, then please add 2020 only or 2021.4. Okay, how the versioning system will work? Uh, Pallavi, can you open Chrome and type in UiPath versioning, UiPath versions?
Yeah.
Balaji,
So
please join
click
in
on
mobile.
yeah, but versions.
Yeah, first one, UiPath versions.
Official site compare.
Scroll down, please. Not the Forrester Web. There will be versioning. Scroll down. Yeah, release notes.
About release version.
So understand the licensing and how UiPath releases its stable versions. We will not use any beta versions or any alpha versions in enterprise projects. We will use only stable versions. And stable versions will be generated. Oh my God. Just a second. Others, if you're not talking, please keep yourself in mute. Okay. If stable versions, how UiPath releases stable versions? UiPath will have stable version releases in 2 months, in the month of April and in the month of October. That is 4 and 10. And their release also will be named in the same way. Like if they release a stable version in the in the year of 2020, then it will be 2020.4 is one stable version and 2020.10 is one more stable version. So all the organizations right now will be using 2020.10, or since we are at the end of 2021, they will be using 2021.4. So that is the logic on to place yourself into a resume, place that resume you that version number. Okay, can you please scroll down? Okay, so can please keep it on hold. On the left side, you can see studio. Can you please hover over a studio, please, on the left side? Yep. If you see the stable releases, what are the stable releases? 2021.10, 2021.4, 2020.10, and there is no release from 2019 and 2020 stable release. So there is a fast track release in 2029, but that's still there. 2020, 2019.4. That's a fast track release, and there is 2018. So if you are keeping 4 years of experience, then you need to say that I started working from 2018 version, and now currently we are working with 2020, and we will be migrating soon to 2021. That's how you need to answer. If you ask a question like which version of UiPath are you using? The idea of the interviewer is just to see how many since how many years you have the experience. And normally, if you are going in and going new without understanding this particular versions, or if you don't have experience, you will just say that I'm using 2021, the latest version 2021, and the community version. Community versions are not accepted in the interviews. Clear for everyone? Just raise the hand to make myself understand that you are able to get the concept.
For 3 years, we have to tell us 2018, no?
Yes, if it is 4 years. If it is 3 years, then go with 2019 fast track.
Okay.
Vajrang, here I
Yes,
have one question.
yes, tell me please.
You told right now about UiPath Studio. How about orchestrator versions? Because in interview we're facing that also.
So
So can
orchestrators,
you please tell?
yeah, scroll down on the left side. Orchestrator also will be released in the same release cycle. There will not be a separate release cycle for orchestrator. Okay, if you see here, 2018.4, 2019.10, 2020.10, 2021.10. Okay, so every year one orchestrator will be released. Okay, so you can also say something like this. We are using UiPath Cloud Orchestrator. We recently migrated to UiPath Cloud Orchestrator. Earlier we had UiPath On-Prem Orchestrator, but we recently migrated to UiPath Cloud Orchestrator. So what is the difference between cloud and on-prem orchestrators? Can anyone tell? Okay.
Actually, for me also they asked in the interview, like explain about differences between the old orchestrator and newer orchestrator.
Mm.
They asked about this modern design, I mean modern folder and classic folder something. And
Okay.
I was not having any idea. So
Okay, that we can discuss in the next session. But for now, to have a quick understanding of what is on-prem orchestrator and what is on-cloud orchestrator. See, on-prem orchestrator is maintained on a machine that's placed in the intranet of the organization. It cannot be accessed on the external cloud. So when you say intranet, it can be accessed only in the organization. Okay, the maintenance of it and how to allocate space and how to make sure that that our particular URL is working fine is completely dependent on the or IT team of a particular organization. For example, if Vajrang is an organization, if I maintain my own orchestrator, I will have a CPU with 16 GB RAM, and I will have my server installed or IaaS installed on my machine, and SQL installed in my machine. Then then I will run the process, or then I will run the application, so that you guys, if you want, you can access it. If we are all in the same environment or organization. But on cloud orchestrator, all the maintenance part is taken to UiPath, because UiPath already have multiple licenses and UiPath already have multiple servers within their environments. So all we are doing is we are creating just a username. For example, if you want to access GitHub, what we are doing, we are not worried about the maintenance of the servers. We are not worried about maintenance of the uptime and how to schedule the upgrades. That we are not checking, right? In the same way, now UiPath is going for on-cloud orchestrator. So whenever a on-cloud orchestrator is assigned, all the maintenance part or all the infrastructure is taken handled by UiPath. And if we want, we can also have it in our Amazon or Azure cloud services. But yes, the main idea is to have it in a service provider rather than in our local machines. So on-prem is in your local organization. On cloud is provided by a server or provided by a service provider like Azure or Google Cloud or Amazon. So they are the major service providers, right? They will give you the cloud hosting space, and there you will add your orchestrator, where you will directly place a URL and then access the orchestrator. Nothing else. Is it clear? Not clear? Yes, no, all right. Please tell.
If it is a cloud orchestrator, assume that, Vajran,
Mm.
see, we are the organization, I mean, Vajrang is the organization, we are working for it, okay? We have a cloud orchestrator. So this orchestrator will be deployed somewhere, like in any Azure server or AWS or
Correct.
somewhere, okay? So what we need to do, like, of course, we are joining a organization as the administrator. Administrator means we have to deploy it, we have to download license file, we need to download orchestrator. I mean,
Okay.
assume,
See, this is the major misconception that everyone will have. So if now
okay,
organizations are mostly moving into on cloud, so all the installation part and all the maintenance part will be reduced. But if still organizations want to go for on-prem, see, whenever there is a sale that happens with UiPath, the sales team person will connect with you to help you in the installation part.
okay,
Okay, as an administrator, it's not your only duty to. So in the beginning, if you don't have the idea as well, you can connect and take the support from UiPath team, and they will provide it to you. So if there is a
okay.
question like how did you install Orchestrator, then say that we had the license exe file, and once we have the exe file, we also took some help from UiPath team, where a person from the sales team or a person from the team joined us to help us with the installation. Uh, we uh, we created a SQL server, and while installation, it will ask us the SQL instance keys like the SQL connection string as well as username and password. Once we give them, the installation completes, and we will be able to access the orchestrator. If there is any firewall change requests that are to be made, or if there are any restrictions available for that particular SQL server, we need to enable them. So see, interviewer will not ask you on do the installation and show me, right? Just understand the concept of
Yep,
how to
easy.
answer.
He will try to dig in, what kind of information he has,
If you
whether he is really
if you want to
or
go as
something
an
like
administrator, then they will ask you completely. But if you're going as an RPA developer, see RPA developers, frankly speaking, even I did the orchestrator installation only once in my complete 5 year or
okay,
6 year experience. If you're already
understood.
going as an
So,
RPA developer, then the instances will already be ready for you. You will need to just go ahead and access it. So we have last 5 minutes. Please ask your questions fast.
so cloud orchestrator will be there. We just need to access the URL or publish our processes or utilize it according to the consent. We don't
Correct.
need to care about where it is installed and all if we are going in the place of RPA developer.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your friend. So
So,
what? What? you can do, you can add all your resumes whoever have created in the files of this group. You can add all your resumes, or also you can just add it to your um, GitHub. So Pallavi, can you please go to GitHub once? So any other questions?
Vajran, this is Mahesh here.
Nice, Jamie.
So, actually, I'm a commerce graduate, so I have no like programming idea about. So I have actually total 5 years of experience into different as an accountant. So, however, I was been looking into the UiPath, the developer. So finally, I got an opportunity. I have got selected in the one of the companies. So my joining date is on next month.
Okay.
So will this classes will be helpful to me get into to what I can say, survive in the company.
Okay, if you don't miss any single session and you work with the team, I frankly can say you will be on par with the team that currently is working. Okay, don't miss any session and practice each and everything that I clearly mentioned you. And see, yesterday we worked with RE framework, right? Today we are working on resume preparation. The main reason why we are discussing resume preparation today is there are many people here who are actually should go for an interview. So the resume should be ready like Pallavi. So let's work on the resume part for today, and then tomorrow again we'll go into the project. So I have discussed multiple things we'll complete that are required for a project.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do everything.
So like going forward, just explaining about the like you are going to teach us only the RE framework, right?
Okay,
So
Mahesh,
Mahesh,
let me be clear. We are not. I am not here to train you or teach you. I'm here to work with you. I'll be your project manager and I will guide you on the projects.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not here to give a lecture. That's for sure. I hope you might have understood in the first and second sessions.
This is my second session.
Exactly. Okay, I'm not here to teach you or train you on how to write a write line, how to write a if activity and all. That's what I have expected from you in the beginning. Okay, so Pallavi, go back to the Chrome and here you can see fetch upstream. So what fetch upstream will do, it will actually create or bring in all the data from the server. Okay, click on fetch upstream below add file. So if you can see, there are 7 upstream commits that are not available in your local machine or in your code. So once you fetch them, you will get my code as well. Click on fetch upstream, fetch and merge. Okay. Click on okay, successfully fetched and merged. Go to GitHub, desktop. Yep. On the top there is fetch origin. Click on fetch origin, please. Yeah, pull the origin. So the changes will come in your local machine. Dheeraj, please keep yourself in mute. Okay. Okay. So now you can see, go to history once. History. So if you can see, there is a merge branch with main and invoice bill extraction, merging into main. So all these are available for you. But if you can open your local machine, open the folder, GitHub folder. Yep. Go back to Vajrang. So generic project template, open that. Generic project template. So this is the project template that I have written. So please check with this and I will connect with you again. But please check with this and structure your projects accordingly and remove all the spelling mistakes and uh, punctuation marks, errors and all. Okay, that you should be able to do by yourself. Pallavi, please confirm. Unmute and confirm.
Trying to last 2 weeks that I just wanted to attend some interviews, but because of projects
Yeah,
and
Pallavi, I'll
stuff.
connect with you today to close this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Because of the projects, I was not
got it.
able to upload my resume.
Got it, got it. So scheduled time is completed, but I'll connect with you again. Okay. So,
Hello.
yes, who's speaking? Dheeraj, tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, but then, can I share my resume just for a second and have a look over there?
Go
So
ahead,
they have
please.
made it up like at
Go
the
ahead,
point
go
of view.
ahead, go ahead, please. Let's take 5 more minutes and then close this. Dheeraj, expertise in UiPath RPA tool. How many years of experience are you placing? Is it a fresher resume?
The See, the thing is that I have been working like in IT over like 2 years, but it's totally different domain. And a UiPath I have been learning just from like 6 to 7 months. I have been to this UiPath.
Okay. The question was how many years of experience are you placing?
I'm not placing any experience. See, the thing is that because I have been placing that like in my previous experience the UiPath, but they are asking like if I have placed a one plus or 2 plus of years of experience, they are asking about the project based questions over there, which project here, but I don't have any kind of a scenario related to that. So
Okay.
I have left my that last company, this NR Consulting, in the month of August, and after that I have been like working as an internship or a freelancing projects. These are two my projects which I built up and successfully.
Okay. So if
Okay,
you are
so
going, at least go with the 6 months to 1 year as an experienced person. Don't go as a fresher.
yeah,
Okay. So what you can do, your resume seems to be fine. What I would suggest is in the tools, you can add along with UiPath, mention clearly like UiPath Studio version, UiPath Orchestrator version. Like how you mentioned in the last project, see tools, UiPath Studio 2019 MS Office. The same way, mention in all the projects. Okay. And
okay.
if
In
you,
which in the different in the like environment, in which environment I am working over.
environment in the sense.
If just after this, in which tool I am using below over the experience over there.
See, I'm not sure if you can keep as a freelance. Uh, just try to be extra cautious on adding yourself as a freelance developer. If you're doing that, then you need to be very active in social media and you need to create projects and you need to deliver them over video and then that's how you can grab opportunities.
See, I have already ended my previous company. I'm not in like the now working over there.
That's
Currently, I'm
fine.
fully dedicated to the UI part.
Exactly. So
See, so
if you
so
are
I am not
added,
able to
mm,
tell her the fully blank that I have left the company and I am not doing anything. So that's why I have added a freelancing project. I am doing currently. Genuinely, I am doing. Okay,
so
so I do, and I someone is entering, allow me into as a fresher also. I just want to grab an opportunity. Either it's a fresher or if someone is asking for an experienced person, so I should have their experience. If I am lying to them, that's why I've joined this group. so that I can have some industrial experience, and after that I can show that I have worked previously in some done a project over there.
Got it, Dheeraj. So, Dheeraj, what you can add is just add the description of what are the projects that you are currently working on.
These are the I have added these two projects.
Which one?
These are the first one for this is project one and this is project two.
Okay. Since you have added them, so these you are doing it as part of your freelance opportunity, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So just mention the timings on and what are you doing since you are working as a freelance project developer, then you will be working more on to project requirement gathering and working with the code and deployment into multiple machines. Is it correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Just try to add all the activities other than what are the generic roles that you are mentioning here. Okay. So this advanced resume will help you, but please check them and add those project roles in your resume. Okay, check in my
So
folder.
as per my explanation of the projects are correct, you are saying them.
Projects are correct. Whatever you have creating, the robot is developed in such a way that it needs to log in ATS application source candidate's profile as per the given input, such as strings, location, tax term, and after the result, we use data scraping to create Excel sheet which contains details of the source candidates. So don't mention anything about data scraping. Extract data should be fine. And there is another bot running. Okay. There is okay. Tomorrow, let's discuss. Please remind me. Tomorrow we'll discuss on multi-bot architecture, that is performer and dispatcher. So your project comes into performer and dispatcher, and we need to change it a bit so that you can show yourself more accurate. Okay, Dheeraj?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Please talk.
Akash here.
Akash, tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I don't have any experience of the IT. So how should I go with my resume?
So, Akash, in earlier when we discussed what were we discussing? Like if you this project uh, uh, was to give you the training experience or experience for working. So whatever experience you want, if you want to go with intermediate or beginner or in advanced, just go with it, and then we'll work on the projects. And according to the projects, you can answer in the interview.
Yeah, that is okay with the technical things, right?
Mm,
Even if I post a
mm,
experience as a 2 years,
mm,
and I learn accordingly, like 2 3 projects,
mm.
whichever we are completing, right?
Okay.
But what about if they ask me about documents or whether how would I go about that?
Wrong assumption, Akash. They will not ask you any documents, or neither they will ask you on how to show your documents, because all the documents
Yeah.
are company proprietary documents. You should not even think about showing any documents to a resume interviewer.
Okay.
Okay, just understand if I'm working in my project or in my organization, and if some other organization asks me to show me the code of the current existing organization, there will be a bond that I have written already stating that I will not disclose any of the documents or templates or any code with any other members. Then how can I directly show him? You can just ignore that. Okay, I cannot show it because that's company property.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Got it. So any such misconceptions you still have? Any others still have? Okay. So what we can do for next 10 minutes is let's close the Teams issue, and I'll give you the link for joining in the team. So link to the team. Everyone, please go ahead, and if you have already joined in, just tell me your name so that I can give you the access. I am pasting in the chat of the current meeting. So please go ahead and type in your email ID if you don't have access for Team 4.
Arjun, I'm not able to use Teams because I'm using a web browser.
Okay, what's your email ID?
Shankar 879.